1 second.
Probably have to hit that button.
Probably have to hit that button. Okay, now we're live.
Gotta hit that
We're
button.
live. So once again,
let's
going back to
start.
what I was saying before, is we have to hit that like button. Everybody, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button and hit that bell and just abuse that bell. Just cause so much trauma to that bell.
Be kind to the bell. Be excellent to each other. Be kind. Rewind.
Alternatively,
Oh, there it is.
Okay, now it's up. Okay, cool. Cool. We have 4
Yes.
concurrent viewers, which I'm assuming is the 4 of us watching.
Probably.
If there's
Okay,
anybody
we're
in the
gonna leave
stream, disprove me by saying something in the chat. And by saying something in the chat, I mean literally say the word something in the chat. Otherwise, I won't go your
Oh,
own
Patrick, close
have-
the
Not in there
What's up?
currently,
the
so
the thing. The,
thing
There
in
we
my-
go.
Okay, well my talk. Oh, that's because I don't have the open mouth open anymore. Hold on. I'll have to
That'll
reset my
disappear in just
VTuber.
1 second, I'm assuming.
What a
it's a
VTuber,
little-
am I right?
Oh, well, it's getting me. All fuckers are talking. Okay, let me put my head.
well, hey, look, we're gonna be down with our VTubing community. We are
always PNG tuber, but still.
well. We love the
Mhm.
PNG tubers.
I love the pnig
Okay.
Since we're kind of vamping, I'm 26 years old, and I just found out that rolling your eyes doesn't mean literally like going all the way over. It's just like if you like put your eyes straight up,
Yeah.
that's considered rolling your eyes.
Yeah.
No, fun fact, both are rolling your eyes, and that's just a thing that
Yeah,
people on the
something like
internet
that.
want you to think that makes you like
Yeah.
autistic if you do it one way or the other. It's just the normal common thing. Both are accurate.
There we go.
No, but it explains a lot because I got in trouble in first grade
Oh,
for rolling my
your eyes.
eyes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And I didn't, and I might have turned around and looked up. But honestly, as a first grader and ever since, I thought rolling your eyes was all the way over. I didn't know just going up counted.
Yeah, it's just up. Its eyes up all the way.
Yes.
It-
Here we go.
It's the whole facial expression, technically,
What's a
that does
face?
it for you.
It's
As long as
something
the other
that,
person looking at your face understands what you're doing, you're good.
and I feel like that's something that maybe these E-tubers, the boys and the E-girls, since we're talking about the P and Gs and the maybe they can help us. Don't.
Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this?
Well, we were
Brandon's
talking
going
about.
with e-girls. Make him scream.
We said we have the VTubers, we have the PNG tubers, so that made me think of the
Brandon, you're
E-boys
saying it
and
wrong.
the
It's not
E-girls,
PNG. It's PNG.
the pung.
Hey, that's their word. You can't say that.
But we'll pull in all the crowd. What is his name with the hair? Ninja. He's considered like the Twitcher.
We'll get right on that. We'll pull in Ninja. We'll pull in Mr. Beast. We'll
Yes,
get.
I'm saying maybe we'll capture their audience.
We'll get
they,
SXE Phil, also known as Philip DeFranco, also known as.
let's get Phil DeFranco in here. That would be
So you
marvelous.
can fill us in.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a
You
news
beautiful
show,
bastards.
guys.
Hope you're
This
having
is
a
news
wonderful
show.
Wednesday evening. Wednesday.
All right.
So what are we
Tuesday.
waiting for now? Are we waiting till 6 exactly, or?
I mean, did we post the thing? Is it posted to get everybody
Wait,
else?
what are
in here?
we?
Brandon,
tagged them
we
10
tagged-
minutes
I
we
ago.
tagged them. Okay, we tagged them.
Yes.
Okay.
I logged into my
them.
tagged account and tagged them,
Okay.
and my
Yeah,
Zanga,
them.
and my Beepo.
Oh God. One second. I just realized. Oh, I got to resize the stream. All right, there we go.
Or you're slightly off the screen.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, it is off.
Good enough. I don't really care enough. We have. Oh, hey, there it goes. Was waiting for that to happen.
Okay, Gloria's working, but give her a minute and she can hop in a few minutes.
That sounds perfect.
For a couple of minutes. Yes.
Okay, I can
All right,
hold
so our big news, guys, is Warner Brothers is shutting us down.
Oh, doggone it. Again, gee willikers. Are we gonna just become tax write-offs for that David?
Sorry, please enjoy me having technical difficulties over here with my stupid fucking mic stand. that
You
refuses.
want to mute it for mute for a second while you...
There we go.
Oh, well, he can't say anything. Anyone want to talk shit about him?
No, but I'm gonna go grab my glasses. I'll be right back.
Not necessarily. I think I'm good. Gotta re-log into X.
I'm sorry. Can you
Those little
call it its proper name? X, formerly Twitter.
The
Well,
website
maybe
formerly
it
known
lets
as
me send
Twitter.
this tweet.
Is that like a kid's costume of Darth Vader's suit in the background of Brandon's?
What now?
Yeah.
a
Or
ki-
Halloween costume at least.
Like a kid's Halloween costume of Darth Vader's suit.
Oh yes, no, that's my 2001 Darth Vader Halloween costume. That's my 1999 Darth Maul one. I still have the cape for Vader, but when I hung it up there years ago, I was still running around the house in the cape.
Don't know why people keep stuff that long. But also, I lost all my stuff when my mom lost the storage unit, so I don't have proof that I was a baby because there's no photographic evidence.
Benjamin Button disease.
Well, I have one photographic evidence, but also I'm a PNG tuber, so this is what you get.
Well, Brittany, I never throw anything away. I can't. I mean, I throw out trash, but like, I'm like that old man down the street who just kind of keeps, you know, if I can hang on to it, I will. We did leave a ton of stuff in our old house because it kept getting broken into. So there's a lot that I don't have, but I've tried to keep what I could.
As long as I don't touch this, it's all good.
Speaking of not having photos of like evidence as you as a kid, I don't think this is too morbid, but when I almost died in the car crash,
So morbid.
afterwards I did have the thought that like there weren't enough photos of me. If my parents did have to have a funeral, they would have had to have like paid someone to do sketches of me just because there wouldn't have been enough photos.
That is one thing you think.
Is
about
it
in
because
that situation.
you're too big to fit on the photos? Is that why?
Call me fat. No, it's just because I'm ugly and I don't like my photo being taken. So I learned from a young age, hide behind the camera person and you're never in any photos.
No, I wasn't going with fat. I was going with you're a fucking ginormous monster who's like 6 inches taller than me, and I'm already a ginormous monster.
Why you gotta be so
We
tall?
love each other here, don't we?
Yeah,
Fun here.
we're a group of people who really get each other here. That's what we are. We're really here to get each other.
Yes. We these guys really get my goat in the best way. They are marvelous.
Bah.
So,
Which I know that was more sheep than goat, but
It's all good in the hood, baby.
Is it
It's
all good in the hood?
in the hood.
Is it?
It's
I don't know. I've seen some concerning news articles about the hood. I do not think it is all good there.
Do you think do you think that the government like forcing crack into the hood is still good in the hood?
no, but everything's good in our neighborhood here today.
I love our vamping.
Yeah, we probably should say,
Already gone off
this is an
topic.
official announcement. Hey, Brandon, can you do me a favor? Could you log into X, formerly Twitter, and retweet the Haven Chronicles thing?
Well, Patrick, that's my secret. I'm always logged into Twitter.
Nope. You're logged into X, formerly known as Twitter.
I don't know what that is, Pet.
You gotta send what the fuck? How the fuck do you rename Twitter and not have like a better word? Tweet was the best. Tweet everything. Anyways.
Yes, I will retweet. There we go. Actually, I should quote tweet. Let me quote
Twitter was a good name because it lent itself to tweet. But
Yeah.
I stand behind X as a fantastic name. It is.
It is.
People crap on it because Twitter was so good, but X is also. We also do have someone watching us, so.
Oh, hello, person.
Hi, viewer.
hello,
we are
Cucumber.
so glad
Cumber shibber dibber dibber. Hello, who are you?
Hello.
Welcome. Are you a rando or do you know the show? I don't understand.
Oh, glory. Oh, honey. Let's see. Join vocally. Just use your voice. You're a voice actor. Use your voice.
Is Cucumber Glory?
I don't know.
I think it's the one from when I was on Twitch. Pretty sure.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh,
that's
howdy.
Glory.
It's Glory.
Ah.
All right. So so how long until you guys want to make the actual proper announcement? You want to give it another 5 minutes, see if Dan or Shane or
We'll give it 5 minutes.
okay. I was trying to
6:10.
So
6:10.
6:10.
6:10.
Either at 10 or
That's
15 sounds good.
6:10. We will have an announcement at 6:10. That is 5 minutes. Alexa,
Yes, we
start a timer for 5 minutes.
Well, since I have my headphones on, my Alexa did not start the timer as well. But also, I was getting a lot of your guys out of my speaker into my mic, which was making my VTuber talk rather than me talking. So it was.
Does
it
that
was
mean
very
we
odd.
are now Rail? Did we become Rail?
Resistance is
Wait.
futile. We will add your collectiveness to rail.
I'm sorry. What is
Well,
happening?
It's not my stream. It's the Haven Chronicles stream. So
All right. Okay. So, Brandon,
Hi.
what was your favorite part about the Haven Chronicles?
Well, truth be told, I think it was just working with you and Dan and just all you and all the entire cast, because you really we got input from you as to how we were looking to have the scenes played and what the story was going towards, so we kind of knew how we could tailor our acting, tailor our performances, and then you took input from us as to ways we could sort of make the characters a little easier to portray. They weren't like, it wasn't like carving a statue of David, but you're always trying to figure out how you can approach each character, and you sort of made it easier for us to be able to portray the characters by sort of writing with our voices in mind, especially once we got further along. But I don't know, it was a very collaborative effort for everybody involved, and what can I say? You're a heck of an editor, and
Yeah, I know. I made you sound normal and then gave up when I started editing myself. That was the downfall.
Yeah.
I made myself a character.
That you did. Well, Patrick, what can you tell us about your experience voicing on the Haven Chronicles as the creator and the director, the writer, the editor?
Let me tell you, if it taught me anything in the original version of the Haven Chronicles, I don't know why I'm going with this voice, but this is the voice I'm going with right now. It taught me to very quickly in the next iteration of the Haven Chronicles cut down the fucking staff, the cast and crew, from 50 characters to like 20. Still a lot, but not as bad.
It's a bit more manageable.
Matthew, you're laughing there. Literally, the first iteration, Dan had a spreadsheet. He had a spreadsheet.
3 options, and he builds a spreadsheet.
He built a spreadsheet with... He couldn't even keep track of the number of characters we had. We quite literally had like 60 voice actors.
And you couldn't keep enough to keep it going.
No, I mean, the issue is... So, here's a fun fact that I learned very quickly in the industry is that you don't have to cast new people for every background character. You're working with people who can voice act. They can do this thing.
There are voice actors on this project?
Apparently, there are voice actors on this project.
I thought these were real characters. I thought they were real
they
people.
are. Actually, they are. It's just they're from another dimension, and you can't understand what they're saying. So you have to give them voice in the form of you, Brandon. And yeah, Glory, it's still unbelievable. We literally had 50, and Dan had to do the frickin' spreadsheet for it. I lost track. There are characters I forgot. I'm like, oh right, who voiced them? Oh fuck, new casting call. I don't remember. And that's not even counting. We had one character. How many times did we recast Chelsea? It was like 12, right? It was upwards. Like that's the main reason it failed.
So yeah, there's just a lot of that's a lot to manage and to make sure people are I don't know, staying in contact and bringing forth their work ethic and making sure that we know, hey, I can't do this anymore. Okay, wonderful, and no, how do the kids say the ghosting? No more ghosting or anything like that.
Yeah, that was
ghosting isn't fun.
there were some like weird like people like, oh yeah, I'm so excited, I can't wait to help you out with this. Like I really want you to be in. I want to be in the show. That sounds so awesome. Like, cool, you're cast.
Radio silence. Not even Radio Gaga or Radio Google. Just
The original. I don't even
Um,
remember what character it was. It might have been Borden. Like, I had a guy who was fucking phenomenal for that voice, and he just.
Your timer should be going off, by the way.
Yep.
oh
Again.
yes, it should. Yep.
4, 3, 2. Alexa,
I don't.
cut the crap. Stop the timer. All right. So.
You really
Reflection
should
is
talk
good.
nicer to her.
Yes, be nice to
When
her.
they take
I
over the
call
world.
mine, my dear. I'm usually like, Alexa, dear.
Oh no, my
My dear
Alexa's a dumb
Alexa,
fuck. She
I'm
doesn't
too
understand
polite.
half the words I'm saying. We have 3 in this house, and it'll just pick it up, and you'll hear them all talking and not saying the same piece of information. Like, you'll ask for the weather upstairs, and downstairs we'll be talking for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that
use mine
sounds-
to turn lights on and then to play my audiobook. So that's it.
All right, so Brandon, what's our announcement?
Oh my God, guys, we're back! We're getting the band back together. The Haven Chronicles is coming back for more in 24. Patrick, tell us more.
Oh, sorry, I just wanted to hit the go live button. I have to deal with something in a second. But yeah, we're bringing the show back. We set out, like, I have a full completed script. The show is, I needed to go. The show will go. We have a script. We have everything. I'm bad at explaining myself, guys. Like, I am terrible. There's a reason why, like, I asked Brandon to do this. There's a reason why I wanted other people here is because I am not good at marketing myself, and I've been having people ask me on a fairly regular basis when the show's coming back, what happened to this show, et cetera, et cetera. And I want to give those people the fulfillment of finishing the show. And I have a script. I've had a script for 4 years at this point. Like, it's been done. I finished writing it in 2020, well, about 2021, the end of 2020. And we just were never able to make it. And that is what this is. We're launching in, I keep saying Kickstarter, it's Indiegogo. We're launching at Indiegogo. I have to answer a couple questions on your
Crowdfunding website.
crowdfunding website. I have
Yes.
to answer a couple questions. I'll deal with that later.
We are once again asking for financial support.
What he said.
Okay, so as someone who has come into this process way after you guys did all the other iterations, let's start from the very beginning and explain what the Haven Chronicles even is. And let's start there. I think that will be good.
Okay.
So, Brandon, do you want to give us a little history?
Well, I can certainly do my best. The Haven Chronicles has really evolved a lot over the last 10 plus years. Maybe in terms of scope and in terms of the story and how it's really evolved. And I've had the pleasure of kind of hanging around for these 10 years. I think me and one of our other cast members who you guys are going to love. There's a wonderful cast and crew that has been part of it for years. Some are probably going to come to it anew, but I want to shout out Dan Gold, who's also been there for 10 plus years. And Patrick, can I shout out Dr. Barkley? Is it all right if I shout out his voice actor? Is that okay? You're muted, I think.
You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, hold out on that because I'm still waiting to hear
Okay.
back from him. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. it'll be
Okay.
good.
Okay. I don't want to do reveal anything that I shouldn't. I'm good with secrets. But basically, if you like science fiction, if you like, say, Stargate, SG-1, or some of the other shows kind of like that, heck, there's some Star Trek inspiration in here, a bit of Star Wars too, but it's a wholly original story, and it's sort of, I don't know how best to describe it, as it's a little bit, it's been a bit nebulous, ethereal to sort of sit down and give you a straightforward because of all the shenanigans that have happened on the planet Haven. And I shouldn't spoil too much, so I will try not to say too much there. But really, Patrick has been the main creative force behind this, and he was working on this before a lot of us even came on to the project. Patrick, would you like to,
Yeah. I've been working on this project in some iteration for literally my entire life. There is I mean, I wrote 2 novels essentially at this point. The one we were talking about earlier in here, And Their Walls Did Crumble, which is literally the direct prequel to the Haven Chronicles. Which, for those who know the show, it basically follows Chelsea and her brother. But for those who don't, it's just a prequel. It's literally the ending of the book is the start of the show. But I wrote a book in middle school, high school. It was a like 250-page book that basically I've just held onto the idea and kept modifying it until it became the Haven Chronicles, this undying ember in my brain that I must get out before it corrupts me entirely. And I've been working on it forever. I can't even like put into words like how important to me isn't quite the right word, but it's like a very like so many people have come up and like come to me, like especially since we've been off air and everything like that, and say like how much they missed the show and how much they want the show back and how much they've been waiting for the show to come back, and like they're listening. I have somebody who like they'd listen to the show, like the original run of the show, on loop. Like the show's been off air for quite a while and they're listening to it on loop. I'm like,
get us those streams.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. I don't know where that, if it's getting any revenue. And I also need to figure out, I need to talk to Spotify because I don't know where that content's being held because it's no longer on the server that we no longer have. And I'm very confused by that.
But that just shows how much it means to the fans that really love the show, and why it's all the more imperative that we finally are able to put the finish on it, to see it through to the end, closure and satisfaction for them, and for us too, to see the realization of where these characters finally end up at and see the arc that they go through as well. Yeah. And whatever may happen to the crazy teenagers that run Haven, because they are wild characters, let me tell you. But you'll meet all of them when we get into it. I want to ask Brittany and Matthew, both of you have come to it at various points over the last few years. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you guys are feeling about it, both when you first came upon it and now that things are sort of coming back together. Whichever one of you wants to start first.
Okay, since I have less to say, I will go first. I have not at all listened to the podcast. I've read the first part of the first episode because I came in here through another podcast, and you guys were not working on the Haven Chronicles when I came in, and we were just friends. So I'm excited to get in on this new iteration and have a starting point to go for. Also, I'm going to be helping behind the scenes with things because I am not a voice actress, and I'd rather let people who know what they're doing do that stuff. So I'm just here to support as needed, and it's been fun hearing glimpses. And there was one day where you're just like, here's a generic description of a character, and I completely guessed their arcs and stuff like that. So I consume a lot of media. I'm a big fan of sci-fi and Stargate and all the things that you guys say the show's about. So I'm excited to come in as a fan with some of this behind the scenes stuff that people can also see depending on which perk they choose on the Indiegogo when we get to that portion.
And
so
I want to take a second before we give Matthew the floor and say that what I love about what you said about you being able to guess the character arcs means that the show is easy to get into and it's easy to understand. So
I do
I'm
need
not
to
saying
real quick say that you guessed the arcs, but you have not fully guessed the plot.
Right, she didn't guess the
there's a
plot.
lot
Which
of
is the good thing.
yeah, the arcs are kind
Yeah.
of like there's a lot of archetype playing, and plays into a lot of the things that are happening on the planet. That's kind of I recuse myself from saying anything more.
right, but
Yeah,
but
well,
I'm
you
but
want those twists in the plot, and you don't want to be able to 100% guess before you even listen to it. So I'm excited to like. I've heard glimpses of what some of these things are, but you guys haven't 100% been like spoiling it for me. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
good. So there you go. That's another reason you guys should tune in, donate if you can. Matthew, tell us more.
So I also came into this group similar to Rail through another podcast. But the second I heard about the podcast, I loaded it up, listened to it, listened to multiple different iterations, and I just fell in love with the series. And kind of a peer behind the glass, or behind the veil type thing. In the off time since the script was finished, we joked around about maybe starting some other things related to Haven, like some spin-off series and stuff. And I just jumped at that opportunity because this is a series that I have quickly fallen in love with, and any opportunity to be involved makes it like if I see an inch, I'm taking a mile. I want to be involved with this because I think Patrick has a great source material. I think that the voice actors we got in the past, and hopefully the ones we're retaining, are fantastic at what they do. So it's just one of those where I am just so excited to see where this can go and help out any way I can.
Patrick?
Thank you. uh, yeah, I don't know. That was actually really nice. I don't really know what to say to that. That's I'm not used to people complimenting me. It's unusual.
Especially this group of people.
Yeah, especially this group of people. This is Tuesday, my dudes. Where are the insults?
Yes, we will absolutely razz each other, but it's all done in kind. It's all done with love. There we go.
So, I will say I have, like I said, been wanting to make this for a long time. I actually just hit. I know I said we were gonna wait to take the shots until we're ready to hit the button. I hit the button because I can't get a link to it any other way.
Okay.
I already donated $1.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I'm the first donator.
First donator.
Cheers, motherfucker.
Toast you some
First
water
donator,
there.
cheers.
Here's Haven. Oh, that's some good scotch.
You can't see it, but I just had some soda.
Yes, I have
So if
that.
I burp, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matthew, I'm going to give you access to the Discord in September. I'm going to have to kick you until then.
Oh no! What have I done? My hubris.
All right, so I mean,
I put the link in the chat, and if the Haven Chronicles itself wants to, and then I think you can pin it into the chat for any newbies.
did you put it in the chat? Or is the chat on?
It's on
On the YouTube.
Glory, I want to take a second and just say thank you. You are an absolute sweetheart.
Did it? One second. I'm not seeing that you actually posted it in the chat.
And Cumber, I also want to say I'm happy you're excited, and I'm looking forward to you seeing what we've got cooking.
Yeah, I might have to. I might have to figure out how to give you up like moderator permissions. That might be why. Yeah. Also, here's a fun fact.
Be able to pin yours.
Yeah. How to? Oh yeah, pin. Cool. All right. Cool. Figured out how that works. I don't know how YouTube works. Fun fact. I'm not.
We know, Grandpa. We know.
Yeah. I miss back in my day when YouTube's first video was a guy at the zoo.
Yeah.
I remember the original thumbnail. So, anyways, do you guys want to talk about the perks? Because you just spent a lot.
We
of time.
probably
We spent a lot of time working on those.
Well, heck, let me let's pull up the Indiegogo now, and we'll chat about what things are in store for you if you should choose to become a donor. We love to hear and see from listeners like you. So why don't we start with the $1 donation? If you pledge $1, you become the communications officer, so you really get to unlock access to the exclusive members-only Discord. You'll be here with us, kind of chatting and shooting the breeze, if I've got that right, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna say it is a new server that all the cast and crew will be part of, as well as just members of the Indiegogo for the time being. And then that will give you guys exclusive access. If you ever have a question or anything, we will be available to help answer anything.
And let's say you decide, I'm going to give a little bit more, and you decide to pledge $5 to the Indiegogo. Well, now you're under the Foresight is 50-50 tier, so you get early access to the episodes, and you can tune into the show a whole week before it's come out, in addition to everything before, so being a part of the members-only Discord, and you can do that with the RSS feeds that'll kind of help you keep up with the show a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe $5 is enough. What do you think, Matthew? What happens if we do $10?
$10 gets you into our Hall of Fame. We are going to make a big list of everyone at that level who basically like our credits online. We wanted an option that any amount of people could give to, so we decided the best way would just be a list online. So there will be a special section on the website, correct, Patrick? It's going on the website?
Yeah, there will be a special section on the website that's dedicated to all of our backers and everything like that. I've got to work out. I'm actually working on the website back and forth right now. It's been HTML's fun.
And Brittany, let's say that $10 and that thanks is great, but you want something a little more from Haven. So what happens if you donate $25?
Okay, at $25, you get to immerse your ears not only in our podcast world of all our voices and everything, but you get a digital download of our soundtrack. So you get to hear all the audio soundscape and everything that's created to help immerse you even more into the world of Haven.
No.
Plus, you get all the previous perks in addition to that, so you're really kind of racking up as you go. Matthew, tell us about peeking behind the veil for $50.
Real quick, I need to just sidebar because Brandon, you kind of just made a flub and it gave me a great idea for a piece of merch we can work on. Plushies. Plushies. What did I say? You just flubbed some word there. I don't know. I heard plushies. Chelsea and Eva plushies.
That one shot's really getting to you, huh, man?
But I'm sold. I'm sold on the plushies. But yes, tell me, $50. What will that do for our patrons?
$50 gets you behind the veil. It gives you special access to the behind the scenes content. So while at the $1 level you get access to the members only Discord, this will give you even more access to what's going on. Maybe some funny bloopers, stuff like that. Really show you how the sausage is being made with this podcast.
See, now I'm feeling a little bit hungry. So maybe I should donate $50 to the to the Indiegogo.
I don't know. With your bank account set up, Brandon.
How would you know what my bank account looks like, Patrick? You've been hacking the computers.
So Brandon.
Yes.
Your turn. I have $75 burning a hole in my pocket. What can I get?
Well, my eyes are on you, Chief. You can participate in a video call with the cast. A chance to meet and engage with all the voices behind the magic. That could be me, that could be Dan, it could be any number of the cast members that are working on the show regularly, but I really feel like at least you'll get the main cast, and who knows, maybe you'll get a chance to chat with someone who might be voicing Goon number 2, who has about 10, 20 lines just on the side there. Here's looking at you, kid. But you get everything, all the other perks before that as well, including the soundtrack and being part of the Hall of Fame, everything before that. We have to talk about this next perk, which is limited for the moment. So, Brittany, what happens if you donate $100?
Okay, so the perk you get is Look Ma, It's Me. And this is a very special one, which is why it's limited, is you get to hear your name in the credits of the show directly. Each episode comes out, you'll hear our wonderful narrator or another character or whoever we have for that specific episode shout your name directly out in the credits at the end of each episode, and it will be cemented throughout the course of this first season that we are funding today and this whole month until the campaign's over.
That's actually kind of exciting. Maybe I should donate 100 instead of 50. Starting to rethink my options a little bit here. Matthew, what happens if you donate $150? What is that? That seems big.
$150 gets you our sacred words, and by that, what that means is you get a signed copy of the script. We've recently printed out a demo of what that will look like, and it looks like a book. Patrick said he wrote a book that's a prequel. He wrote 2. He wrote the original prequel book, and now the script that is basically a book itself.
The script's longer than the book, and it's not the entire thing because that's just the main episodes. There are mini episodes that may or may not get included in that if I decide to do that.
So you see why donating that much gets you such.
As well as we are going to get the script signed by as many of the staff as we can. We have staff all over the world. Cast all over the world.
Staff.
So that's something that we are going to get as many signatures as we possibly can, including shipping over title pages to Australia if that's what it takes.
There we go. Oh, yes, you heard that right. We have voice actors, he said, all over the world, including Australia. Now, that perk does include everything before it except for the Look Ma, It's Me $100 perk. That perk is excluded from from this one here. Matthew, you'd like to take the lead?
We decided to exclude the Look Ma, It's Me from all following perks just because we don't want throwing numbers out from nowhere, a 20-minute episode plus a 15-minute credits at the end where we are just going through and making it not feel as special. We want the people who are donating that money to feel like they are getting the credit that I feel they deserve because they're helping fund the project that much. Yep. So we decided to limit going for following tiers to limit that one.
Agreed. Patrick, you're working on the website right now. Do you have the Indiegogo available? Do you? Will you tell me what happens if someone donates $200? Well, what does that get?
If somebody donates $200, I'm really trying not to make a really inappropriate joke there because it's a lot of money. If somebody wants to give me $200, that's whatever they want. But they will get a executive producer credit. You know, you'll get the executive producer. That means your name will be like top billing on the podcast. You will get all previous tiers, of course, but you will get executive producer. And yeah, I don't know what I would do if somebody donated $200 because that is just ridiculous. Like,
yes, I'm certain you'd keep it G-rated though, or PG-rated.
Brandon, if you listen to the podcast, we're solid.
Well, I didn't say the podcast. Just what you would do with that $200. The only thing it does exclude, of course, is the Look Ma, It's Me. We have to reiterate that so that you know that's the one that's excluded. But you get everything else before that perk. Let's see. That was 200. Oh, guys, it's the big one. $500. Great gosh almighty. If you donate, pledge, whatever you want to call it, $500, you join the We Ran Out of Jokes Thank You tier because you couldn't make any more puns and jokes there. But you get a digital copy of the Never Before Seen And Their Walls Did Crumble novel. That is the novel that Patrick wrote as the prequel to Haven, in addition to getting all perks prior to this perk. And Patrick, you are the voice of God when it comes to the novel and the entire show. So, you want to tell everybody a little bit about the novel and why that's such a big deal?
Oh, the novel literally explains a lot of stuff that I don't know that would be. The novel sets up literally the entirety of what's going on Haven. It doesn't subtract. You're not missing anything out if you don't get it, but it basically sets up what happened to make Haven the way it is before the show starts. As I said, I don't know. I think it was right before we started talking about the actual launch and everything like that. I was saying the book sets up the the show starts with the crew receiving a distress signal. The book ends with the character sending the distress signal. It is literally like I think a 3-day gap or something like that between the book and the start of the series. It is very it's very book. I've read it multiple times. It's. I'm not good at advertising myself. Why do you keep throwing to me? That's why you guys are here.
Yes, but because you're the one that created that book, you have the greatest knowledge as to what that entails and why people could potentially be excited to donate that.
It's got a bunch of stuff that I've. Some things make it into the show here and there just because it's important lore, but it's very dense. It is very not dense isn't the right word. Everybody who's read it has enjoyed it thoroughly, and it's very important to the show. Brittany, take away with my PR team.
Okay, so I'm excited to read this book, and I do have a degree that involved a class about editing for publication, so I'm going to make this version that you get for this tier as easily read. You can digest it as best as you can, and it will look the best that we will make it for you guys for this ebook version of it that you can read whenever you want. Prequel before you listen to it for the first time, or after you listen to the whole season 1 that we're doing, or in between each season you want to refresh on this prequel. It'll be there for you in its best ability so that you can immerse yourself into the world of Haven. We just want to make this podcast experience and these perks the best we can for you guys. And we have some ideas for things that we'll unlock later and some extra things that we'll send your way in the future, depending on how well this campaign does. Even if we say this later in the campaign, in our guarantee, no matter what, we're making this thing. Just the more you help out with, even if you're just sharing it on your social media and with your friends and talking about it, that gets eyes on it and someone will cough up. If we get a bunch of people just all coughing up the $1 tier, it adds up. And no matter what you can do to support us, we're still making this thing for you. And we want to make it the best we can for you, the fans, the new fans, anyone who enjoys sci-fi and fun characters and immersive audio experiences where people are acting it out, where in your head you can come up with the visuals of what it looks like and all that stuff.
That's right. The your imagination is your only limit in terms of visualizing this world. Patrick tends to create this show almost with with a visual component in mind, in that as he's creating and everything's being edited and mixed, you could close your eyes and listen to it, and it's like you're watching an episode of a television series just audibly. Like, I know it's all called an audio drama, it's called a radio play, all of that, but some people mix. Sometimes some shows are mixed specifically for audio. This one is mixed that you can just put your headphones on, turn the lights down low, relax and listen, and you can visualize everything in your head, create your own vision of what these characters look like while still being able to absorb everything happening in the scenes between the characters in the show itself, with the soundtrack, with the sort of, what do you call it, the overall sound production. There we go. And every iteration of the show has gotten better and better with all of that. And so I think that's another wonderful thing we're looking forward to. If you should find that you want to listen, and as Brittany said, whether you can donate or if you can't, share it, listen to it, save it to your library, if it's on like Spotify or Apple Music or whatnot. Just kind of, I don't know, spread it around. Give it a listen. Let us know how you're feeling about it as you listen to it once it's coming out there.
Real quick, I just see Cumber just asked, who would you consider? Who would you consider your favorite character? I mean, Brandon, who's your favorite character?
That's a tough one. It's like choosing your favorite child. You're always, you don't want to leave anybody out.
Oh no, I have a definite answer just for how fun they are to write.
But I'd say, well, I'd probably have a tie. It'd probably be a tie between the two of the main. It's a 3-way tie. Oatman, Woods, and Lee, the 3 main leads. I mean, all the characters are great, but their dynamic between the 3 of them is just like, I don't know, golden trio. This is our golden trio right there. But also, there's another character, Chaser. You'll learn more about it later. Yes, he's just absolute fun to listen to. He's a wild character. Patrick?
Chelsea. Chelsea is the funnest character to write. She's fucking insane. She's just literally the most insane character, and she is so fun to write. She's my favorite character to write.
So off her rocker. She really, really is.
Yeah. Matthew, who's your favorite character from what you remember?
I fell in love with Lee. Just the sass.
Okay.
Yes. The Sass Factory.
The voice actress for Lee is in the chat, so get ready to see.
Yeah,
I'm assuming hearts.
Probably. How do I make this bigger so I can?
We're on a delay, so give it a minute.
Not that big.
Lee's a good one.
Yeah, Lee is bloody wonderful. Like I said, you see what I mean? Where it's hard to. There's so many wonderful characters in here. It's very, very difficult. To pick your favorite. Oh, I'm reading the chat now. I'm a little bit delayed. I didn't see some of these. And Brandon's like, oh, my name is in the credits. Brandon, you're literally playing a character. I know, but still, it's excited. It still is exciting.
There, okay, really she's now catching up. We get a solid yeah.
From what I've read from the first part of chapter 1 for the first episode, which is as far as I got into the script, because I'm the one who printed out what the current 300-something pages are, so I can actually read it since I haven't listened to it yet. And so far, just because she pops in at the end, so I can't wait to see where it goes, because Oatman was getting on my nerves a bit. But that's why the person gets on my nerves in general. But so far, I'm geared toward Lee. But I think bantering with the other 2 will chill the bit of dislike I was starting with Oatman. Because at the beginning, he was just getting on my nerves, and then Wood just, I've been around Brandon too much, so I can, so I can see in there why Woods and Brandon work so well together. But also, woman empowerment. So I'm just wanting to see how she deals with these 2 boys. Well, men, but they're acting like boys a bit.
Whoa!
Mike switched. Careful on your input, Patrick.
Yep. And Glory did say that Patrick and I can attest that she herself is the same amount of level of sassy, and yes, she is. Brittany, you said
how it goes.
Yes, and you said you see why the characters and the voice actors have worked so well why everybody just fits, which that's part of the casting brilliance of Patrick and everything, is that he knows the voices he wants, and it works. It just bloody works.
And I'm happy that Glory, who I haven't interacted with much, is coming back, because I've just heard good things. So I can't wait to see how that goes, and to see you guys redo this fresh from the beginning with better audio equipment, better experience in your voice acting and acting journeys throughout the years, that you guys have grown, and I can't wait to see how that goes into this new project.
Oh yes.
So I do want to segue us back to one last thing about the perks. Because I went on this long rant talking about how the $100 is very limited. And we don't want a mile long credit scene. However, we'll do a lot for money. We'll do a lot for money. So that is one thing special about the $500 perk, is that is the one perk that also includes Look Ma, It's Me. Just wanted to, that kind of got glossed over. It does say it on the webpage, but I just wanted it said out loud. So just that way the continuity is correct. The 500 perk does get Look Ma, It's Me benefit. So.
And Patrick, is there? There. His
Okay,
mic.
my
His
mic's
mic
good.
is back.
I was trying. I just reminded my fiance is going to be printing off the script for me, and I just had to copy that over to a thing. And apparently, my most readily accessible USB port is my microphone, so I have to change where that is plugged in because that is problematic. Yay!
So, continuing on with the Indiegogo, something that I really love about this project is how we're splitting up the funds.
Oh yeah.
Because almost very close to 50% of all funds in the budget for if we get our goal amount is going to the voice actors. This is a passion project for almost everyone on board. I know in the past, I don't know what if they
mind if
go ahead,
I take over. So Brandon, Dan, Glory, and a handful of other people who have yet to confirm if they're coming back to the project yet, so I'm not going to name them until they do, have been working with me for free for Glory, the most recent. She's been here 4-ish years. Brandon and Dan have been around for 12-ish years. Shane too. Shane, who plays Chaser, has been around for 8 years.
Long time.
Yeah, they've been working. I've had a small slave labor pool here, and I'm not comfortable with that. I would like to pay these fuckers. Even Shane, who says he's going to give me the friends discount, even though I told him don't give me that number. Give me the actual number. I'm charging you what you would pay. He's not listening. He doesn't know this. He's getting the full pay, not the friends discount. That's not how friends work.
Yeah, these voice actors are so good. They deserve the quality pay for their work. Even if we don't make the full amount, our priority is to get these voice actors the money they deserve for the time and commitment they put to this project. Can't just be put this on your IMDb and your voice acting reel. Here you go. This might help you in the future. No, we want to help you now. So when we do these spin-offs, you equate that we are a fun place to work for. We pay properly, and you want to be as invested as we are in these passion projects. And we take our voice actors, they become our friends, and then creative input, and they help with behind the scenes things as well. So we have made a good community with those who have stuck around as long as they've stuck around. And that's what I like about this group is
that's the thing is like
it just works together.
That's the other thing is we all wear many hats. I mean, Brandon's made music for the show. Like Glory's helped write most of the current script. Dan has actually given money to me to keep the show going before. It's like we all are working like even like so the breakdown of the budget, it's available on the Indiegogo. It's 46.3% goes to the voice actors. Then the next biggest cut is editors, and that is just because I have edited every single episode of this show, and I don't want that to be in perpetuity. I would like that to stop. I do not want it to continue. There's only so many times I can hear Brandon mispronounce the word roof, or like, did you know?
I'm feeling called out.
I'm called
just a little bit.
Brandon,
I know.
Brandon, you know.
I know.
With all creative outlooks, we do not want burnout for anyone related to our projects. So we're wanting to spread the love amongst other people. And there's people out there who want to be editors, who need to get their step in somewhere. And we want to be that for them because you guys have done it from the bootstraps, learning the stuff yourselves. So give someone else the opportunity who's going to be a great up and comer and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
that will be really great. No burnout for anyone, please.
Well, even more so. Yeah, like the burnout. Yeah, the burnout fucking sucks. That's why the show has been off, like basically in hiatus to some capacity. I mean, we've been making Haven stuff off and on, but it's just not been. The main show needs to be made. I can't like Haven Unraveled or K102 cannot exist without the main show existing. That just does not. That's not how that works. So you can't have the spin-off shows without the main show. But it's more so the burnout sucks, yes, but like I want this show to be made. I want people to listen to it. I want people to enjoy it, especially the ones who are clamoring up the walls, the people who are I had somebody email me saying, "Hey, this was like 6 months ago. Hey, I can't find the RSS feed for your podcast anymore. Where can I find it?" And I had to explain to them, "Sir, this show has been off air since 2020. The RSS feed is currently MIA. Thank you for your concern. Here's a link to a Google Drive with all the files." And like, thank you. Like, it is the amount of people I've had reach out to me about bringing this show back is too damn high, and I need to make it so that it just needs to exist. The show just needs to exist. It needs to be brought into life for the people who enjoy it. More so than anything else in the world. I do not care. I could literally make this money off the Indiegogo and nothing else. Get the show out and that's it. And I would be set. I'd be happy. I'd get the idea out of my head and into those who enjoy it. That is the biggest concern for me, is that there are people out there who want this content and I am not providing it to them. That is my biggest concern. Like, I want this show to be enjoyed by those who enjoy it.
I think that's a great segue to our guarantee. Mm. If you want to explain what that is, Patrick.
Yeah, so the guarantee is that no matter what, I'm going to be making the show. If I have to sell a kidney or a liver, it's going to be made. I will go out in the corner and start selling my body to get it made so you can enjoy it. I will find a time machine to go back in time and actually put my income tax return into Dogecoin before Elon Musk opens his mouth and it plummets. The show will get made. It just will take longer. With the budget that we have, the goal we have set out right now, if we reach that, the show can be made within probably less than a year, honestly. I mean, like once it's put into production, less than a year. There's still, I got to figure out the casting issues. That's not something you guys need to be concerned about. It's once we're in production, we will have the entirety of the show out and ready within a year. Probably less than a year. Probably like half a year. There are 19 episodes total that will be ready very quickly after the budget is met, the goal is met. But without that, it will probably, I mean, it'll be, those 19 episodes might take like 5 years to come out. And I would rather it be quicker. I'd like to expedite that. Expedite that.
And being able to have something to look forward to however often the episodes air is nice. You know, consistency is key, and being able to make the show in a good, timely fashion will allow for that consistency too.
Yeah. I'm just very passionate about making the show. That's all I have to say.
And I tell you, this project has had a lot of work over the years. And anytime something new about the project comes along, Patrick will always check in with everybody and go, "Hey, I think we've got there's more to be done. Would you like to come back?" And the answer has always been from a lot of us, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, for no money, mind you, no money. These people are not getting paid. Help me pay these fuckers. That is the point of this goal, of this campaign, is to help me pay these fuckers.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get you a swear job.
Okay. Sorry. Let me rephrase it. Help me
Indiegogo.
pay these bleep faces.
That works.
You can do that by visiting. You click the link if you're currently watching the stream, or you can go to igg.me/@/Haven Chronicles. That is a short link I just found. Haven is capitalized and Chronicles is capitalized, but that is once again igg.me/@/Haven Chronicles. Once again,
I didn't know that was a possibility. You
Yeah.
can short them. Oh,
yeah,
my
I just
word.
discovered that. I've been looking at. I am spamming this everywhere right now because
Yes.
Yeah, so
And
we'll
that's something you guys can also do is even if you don't have the one our lowest is $5, right?
$1.
$1.
$1.
$1.
So if you have the dollar to help us, if you don't right now, there's what's the date the end says?
60 days, I mean.
yeah, 60 days.
Yeah, it's 60 days. So if you can't bring up a dollar to give to us in 60 days, what you can still do is share the link, get more eyes on it, have your friends support your friends in sharing the link as well, and that will just help us just more eyes on it. Someone will gravitate toward and be able to donate that dollar and above amount to the campaign, and you can say, I helped, I shared the link, I helped, I did my job to this wonderful project.
And even if you can't, bookmark the podcast, keep it in your mind. Search us up in a year, see if we have released our episode, started releasing by then, or if we didn't reach our goal. Just keep us in mind and come back and listen, because I promise, as someone who I joined this group through another podcast, like I said, I fell in love with the story, and I cannot say enough good things about it. So just even if you can't donate, you don't feel like sharing it, come back and listen, because I think you'll enjoy it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I will second or third that. I think, yeah, I'll third that. Him for. Are there any...
Okay. Any
Oh, no, go
questions
ahead.
from anyone in the chat or any comments you guys want? I think would be a good time, especially for like Kumba, who does not have anything associated with this, but who's still in the chat listening to us. Any questions or comments about the campaign, about the story, what are just other hype from our voice actors in the chat? I think right now would be a good time for that.
Thought their name was Cucumber. I totally added a second C in there.
It is a Dragon Ball Z reference, so it means cucumber.
Okay.
Like Goku's name means carrot, Kakarot. So you were
Oh,
right.
yeah, and
for
Gohan
cucumber
being
reference.
rice, and yeah.
Nerds. Nerds.
And we
Are
will
my
not
favorite candy.
elaborate on the pronouncing of that thing on the top of your house. That we'll save that for like a members only Discord. That was a question somewhere in there, but
Any question? Anybody got any questions? Questions going once, going twice. Sold to the lowest bidder. Brandon, what's your question?
my question is, if you could sum up your feelings about Haven coming back in one word, only one word, what would it be?
If I could sum up my feelings for Haven coming back in one word, that word would be hype. Actually, is hype train one word?
I think
they
so.
use
I
it
think
as
it's
one word.
hyphenated. I think it's hyphenated.
Or hyphenated word?
we'll
Okay, yeah,
allow-
hype train. Yeah, hype
We'll
train.
allow it.
Hype-
We'll
yeah.
allow it.
Yeah, hype train.
Rail?
Hyphenation does that.
Rail, same question to you. One word.
Possibilities.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Brandon, do you have a words in mind?
Just excited. Ready. Yeah.
And mine is limitless. Because I really think with the cast and crew that we have, the sky is the limit for this project. And it's something I am, like I've said, so grateful to be on board with.
So, guys, I think it's going to be great. And Holly says she's just excited for the story to be re-coming out. The story and what she knows about it has not left her brain since the original podcast came out, and she wants to know more about the story so much. And I look forward to her being able, her and everybody, all of you out. I'm going to speak directly to the camera now. We look forward to all of you being able to see what comes out of the story as we move forward. So I just want to take a moment and thank you, each and every one of you. If you've shared in the past, if you've listened in the past, if you've donated currently, or if you've ever offered to donate, whatever it may be, if you have been involved with the show in any capacity, as a fan, as a listener, as a previous cast member, crew member, thank you from the bottom of each and every one of our hearts. We appreciate you.
All right. And with that, I'm going to call this stream done.
Good
Thank
night.
you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you. We look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right. Adios.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Adieu. Adieu. Parting.